Well, American politics has once again ground to a halt thanks to the action of a man who's being described as a whistleblower, a federal employee who disagreed with the president's policy on Ukraine. We know almost nothing about this person. We say, man, it could be a woman. Context is important. Is this person a partisan? How much access did he or she have? What exactly are his or her motives? It would be nice to know all of that as we assess the current impeachment. Congressman Devin Nunes sits on the House Intelligence Committee, which is the epicenter, of course, of the impeachment inquiry, and he joins us tonight. Congressman, thanks so much for coming on. Why can't we know more about this person being described as the whistleblower exactly?
You know, this is a very good question because, as far as I'm concerned, the Inspector General of the intelligence agencies is obstructing our investigation, which I think is a crime. It is not okay for only one party to know about the whistleblower. Furthermore, the Democrats on the committee and their staff who seem to know the whistleblower, they also won't tell us. Now, here's what's interesting about the point you made. I know there's lots of speculation out there about who the whistleblower may be.
Right.
I'm not a lawyer, but unfortunately, I have to hang out with a bunch of lawyers. And I say that halfway joking and only halfway joking. But what the lawyers tell me is that this would not be admissible in court. You cannot take hearsay from a supposed somebody who we've never met. We just can't take the word of some lawyer and the IG and the Democrats on the committee. This person has to have a name. They have to actually exist for this to be considered real evidence in an investigation.
Well, yeah. I mean, so the hyenas on television are jumping up and down, hyperventilating, telling us, how dare you want to know the identity? It could endanger that person, which, frankly, a little insulting to those of us who give us our opinions every day, kind of out there. You do it. Everyone knows your name. Everyone knows where you live. Like, if you have an opinion, stand up and be counted for it. This is America. But it doesn't really answer the question, how can we assess the claims this person has made if we don't know who this person is or where he's coming from? If this person is, in fact, a hard partisan, isn't that relevant to the case? It's a sincere question.
You've answered your own question. We cannot. We cannot even begin. This is why we continue to say that Adam Schiff and or his staff, whoever has met with the whistleblower, they are foundational witnesses to this disaster. Okay.
So then why are we being bullied by these people? Why are we in the news media? Okay, so like the truth is, is that we have a pretty good idea, a lot of us do, and all these news organizations are being bullied, in effect, by Adam Schiff, by the power of his aggression and the boldness of his claims. You can't do that. You're putting a man's life in danger. Really? Why don't you be quiet, you demagogue? Like, why are we allowing ourselves to be bullied by this guy? Seriously.
And remember, and let's just talk about the hypocrisy of this. It was only a couple months ago that there was this supposed informant that was extracted out of Russia, and you had all the major newspapers, showing his name, going to his house, taking pictures. And so sometimes it's when the mainstream media wants to out a whistleblower because they thought, or wants to out an informant because it's a Russian who might have something bad to do with Trump, then they do it. But if it's somebody who clearly, I think, look, they're telling us exactly what we need to know. And that is that whoever this whistleblower is, must be an extreme partisan with lots of problems with their story. That's why the whistleblower is not coming forward.
Well, it sounds like the whistleblower, and I hate the term because if the person who's being identified as a so-called whistleblower is in fact that person, he's not a whistleblower at all. He's a guy who disagrees with Trump's foreign policy views. Okay, so that's not a whistleblower. But do you think that the person being described in some news stories and all over Twitter, is that the so-called whistleblower? Because if it is, that guy's a serious partisan.
Well, look, regardless, the person that is being described, whether it's the whistleblower or not, we have no way to know, okay?
Oh, yeah.
But the person who is being described, that nobody wants to say the name, that person has got to come and testify, whether they like it or not.
For sure.
They're going to come and testify. Now, if Schiff doesn't let that person, and the Democrats in the House don't let that person come and testify to the House, I guarantee you, if they impeach, that person will have to be called to the Senate.
And
I believe, I don't want to
should.
put words in Mitch McConnell's mouth, but
Yeah.
he absolutely should have to.
Yeah, and I'm not naming him because I can't get anyone to confirm that it's really him. Sounds like it's him, but I don't want to say it unless I can get confirmation. But, I mean, at some point, this is undermining people's confidence in the government.
Well, exactly, but it goes back to what we were just talking about. Right now, there truly is no whistleblower, okay? There is only a whistleblower in paper, okay? There is no evidence right now, not until both parties. We have a system in this country. I've been doing this for a while now. I've been dealing with whistleblowers. You have to allow the whistleblowers, whoever that may be, to come to both parties.
Exactly.
And if you're not doing that, there is something wrong. There's something.
His life's in danger. Oh, spare me.
Here.
Live my life for a week.
Yeah.
Devin Nunes, great to see you tonight. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.